Martial law is the imposition of military rule over civilian populations. It suspends ordinary law and replaces it with military authority. This typically happens during emergencies, war, or significant unrest. Governments impose martial law to maintain order and control. It grants the military sweeping powers to enforce its rule. Under martial law, basic rights are restricted. This includes freedoms of movement, assembly, and speech. Military courts may replace civilian ones. Curfews, checkpoints, and restrictions on gatherings become commonplace. South Korea has experienced periods of martial law throughout its history. These were often tied to political instability and military coups. The first instance was in 1948. It aimed to quell the Jeju Uprising, a rebellion against the newly established South Korean government. The 1980 Gwangju Uprising saw another significant imposition of martial law. The military government used it to suppress a pro-democracy movement. This resulted in a brutal crackdown with many casualties. These periods of martial law had a profound impact on South Korean society. The imposition of martial law in South Korea had long-lasting effects. It led to political repression and human rights abuses. The military government used its power to silence dissent and suppress opposition. This created a climate of fear and self-censorship. The economic impact of martial law was also significant. Restrictions on movement and economic activity disrupted businesses. It hampered growth and investment. However, it also fostered a strong sense of resistance among some segments of South Korean society. This ultimately contributed to the country's transition to democracy in the late 1980s. Martial law in South Korea represents a complex and often dark period in the nation's history. It highlights the dangers of unchecked military power and the suppression of civil liberties. The legacy of martial law continues to shape South Korean society today. It serves as a reminder of the importance of democratic values. The resilience of the South Korean people in the face of oppression is a testament to their spirit. The fight for democracy and human rights continues to be a defining aspect of South Korea's identity.